Hey guys, what's up? Sorry, you didn't see off camera, but I was totally on Temu shopping for more things. So I have this really cool area right here that I'm like blocking off, and I'm making my workout area. TV's right there. Workout area is gonna be here. However, I'm gonna get a set of curtains, and it has to go with the theme on the outside because the theme on the outside is going to be horror movie element. So I can't have like a cutesy little workout looking namaste the day away or whatever, something like that, to be out there showing. And then, I don't know. You guys understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, this is all going to be horror movie elements at one point or another. Got a lot of plans. A lot of plans. But I also got a lot of books. A lot of books, you guys. I went to the library today and I decided I was going to look around. And we always know that's always a bad idea because all the books that are on display, Ashlyn loves to look at. By the way, my pop socket broke off today. I am so mad. I didn't even get this thing that long and I can't even use it anymore. Like, it's so freaking broken. I'm so upset. Like, I'm extremely upset if you believe it or not. I'm trying to put it back on here, but this one spot up here is broke, so I have to be careful because it doesn't pop up on that side anymore unless I do that. I mean, it works, but it pops off a lot now, and it's just held on there not very well. So, anyway, as I said, I went ahead. I had to go to the library anyways, regardless. I had a book that came in, and I'll show you the book that came in just a second here. Okay, so the book that came in for me at my library was Kelly Armstrong's Someone is Always Watching. Your Life is a Lie and They Know the Truth. It's a New York Times bestselling author. So it looks like this, and it looks really, really cool, actually. I can't tell if those are blinds or if that's a locker. Like, this slats in a locker or what's going on, but there's blood splatter everywhere. Love it. It says, do you want to do something bad? That was how it began. 7 words that started a friendship forged in anger and hurt and the dark joy of vengeance. It would become more, so much more, but it started there, fittingly. So I don't know anything about this. We're about to learn together in just a second. I want to see about how long the chapters are. I usually count the first 3 chapters. Okay, so it's set in dual POV. It's about 7 to 10 pages per chapter. It's got a lot of dialogue in it. It's got a lot of like IMs in it. Just looking at it, I can tell. So a lot of dialogue though, like way more dialogue than I was expecting. However, I like that because it makes it sometimes go by a lot faster. And I do like the dual POV. So the first 4 chapters call for a prologue, which is then, and then a now is your first chapter. You get introduced to a Gabrielle, and then still Gabrielle. Okay. Gabrielle, Tanya, Blythe, I kind of like this. This is kind of set up kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. There's also a lot of breaks in pages, which I really do appreciate because if you have to find a breaking point to put a book down, like for me, for instance, if I'm reading this and I have to get up and take care of a client, I have a breaking point that I can put it down at. Tucker, Tanya, there's a lot of IMs. It looks like it might take place in a high school. There's a Sydney, a Cassidy, a lot of like instant messaging, then back to Blythe. So it's definitely a dual POV. So we'll check in on it together. It says, Blythe and her friends, Gabrielle and brother and sister Tucker and Tanya, have always been a tight-knit group, attending a local high school and falling in and out of love with each other. But an act of violence has caused a rift between Blythe and Tucker. Unexpected bursts of aggression and disturbing nightmares have started to become more frequent in their lives. The strange happenings culminate in a shocking event at school. Gabrielle is found covered in blood in front of their deceased principal with no memory of what happened. Cracks in their friendship as well as in their own memories start appearing, threatening to expose long-forgotten secrets that could change the group's lives forever. How can Blythe and her friends trust each other when they can't even trust their own memories? Okay, I like that. That sounds really good. Fun fact, I had absolutely no idea what this was about. I just saw it and I said, ooh, that cover looks really interesting. And I put it on hold. It just came in. And that hold lasted, well, that's a December issue. And that hold was on there for a good maybe 3 or 4 months. All right, so next we're going to go down the road of Christmassy. So I found the 12 Months of Christmas by Sheila Roberts. Again, no idea what this is about. I just saw this in the little Christmas section that they have at my library. I was like, ooh, interesting. And again, we're going to count the chapters because I don't know. Okay. So the first 5 chapters, or the first 4 chapters are like their own little section. Then it goes Christmas in January. Okay, so it's about 11 to 14 pages per chapter, which is pretty iffy, and there's not very many break areas. So bear with me. We're going to read the synopsis. All right. A story of family, second chances, and holiday do-overs brimming with warmth and Christmas charm. Sunny, Ariana, and Molly are having 3 very different but equally terrible Christmases. Sunny is a newlywed with 2 new stepkids who want nothing to do with her. Ariana is newly divorced and hates having to send her daughter off to spend the holiday with her dad. For Molly, nothing is new, but her job at the post office is getting very, very old. The whole Christmas season has been a bust all around, but Sunny and Ariana have a wild idea. What if they had a Christmas do-over in January, February, on St. Patrick's Day? Christmas all year long. What could that look like? As these 3 determined women chase the perfect holiday through 12 months of cooking disasters, over-the-top festivity, and lots of laughter and tears, they'll discover perfection is way overrated. Okay, so I like the idea of a Christmas do-over. So that sounds kind of, fun and interesting. Definitely long chapters. This one's kind of not so long chapters. That one's super long chapters, not so long chapters. Okay, then I got The Maid's Diary by Lorith Ann White. I've heard a lot of things about this, and I wanted to pick it up. It was on display, so I was like, okay, why not? I think I counted the chapters, and my friend looked at me all weird. So there's a How It Ends, and then The Silent Witness. And it's like set up at like October 31st, 2019, Thursday. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like you get the POV of 5 pages per chapter. You get a Maid's Diary page. You get a diary page again, but not so diary-ish. Then you have a Mal and a Daisy, and Daisy and Mal. Then you have a maid's diary, which you can tell is a diary entry because of the italicized lettering, which is really cute, actually, in its own way. Then you have a John. Maid's diary, definitely diary entries, and a Mal. So you have a Daisy, a Mal, and a John between the first 50 pages. About 5 pages per chapter, 5 or 6 pages per chapter. So that sounds really, really up my alley, like something I would definitely have a better time picking up. So it says, Kit Darling is a maid with a snooping problem. She's the invisible girl, compelled to poke into her wealthy clients' closely guarded lives. It's a harmless hobby until Kit sees something she can't unsee in the home of her brand new clients. A secret so dark it could destroy the privileged couple expecting their first child. This makes Kit dangerous to the couple. In turn, it makes the couple, who might kill to keep their secret, dangerous to Kit. When homicide cop Mallory Van Elst is called to a scene at a luxury waterfront home known as the Glass House, she's confronted with evidence of a violent attack so bloody it's improbable the victim is alive. But there's no body. The homeowners are gone, and their maid is missing. The only witness is the elderly woman next door who woke to screams in the night. The neighbor was also the last person to see Kit Darling alive. As Mal begins to uncover the secret that has sent the lives of everyone involved on a devious and inescapable collision course, she realizes that nothing is quite as it seems, and no one escapes their past. So definitely she has their secrets. She's something, keys to her clients' houses. She has their secrets. Okay, and that's very short chapters, which we love. Okay, this one you're going to be like, you really picked this up? You'll understand when you read the back. But this is the author of The Roommate. This is Rosie Danan. It says Break Curses, Not Hearts. And it says it's called Do Your Worst. And I know I said I don't like these little covers, but this one really grabbed my attention. And I don't know why. And then I turned it on the back. Riley Rhodes finally has a chance to turn her family's knack for the supernatural into a legitimate business when she's hired to break the curse on an infamous Scottish castle. Used to working alone in her alienating occupation, she's pleasantly surprised to meet a handsome stranger upon arrival, until he tries to get her fired. Fresh off a professional scandal, Clark Edgware can't allow a self-proclaimed curse breaker to threaten his last chance for redemption. After he fails to get Riley kicked off his survey site, he vows to avoid her. Unfortunately for him, she vows to get even. Riley expects the curse to do her dirty work by driving Clark away, but instead they keep finding themselves in close proximity. There's that close proximity. Too close. Turns out the only thing they do better than fight is fool around. If they're not careful by the end of all this, more than the castle will end up in ruins. So, yeah, I picked this up on a whim. I didn't even look or anything. Okay, so it's about 11 to 12 chapters or pages per chapter. So it's kind of steep, but not very steep. But I love the supernatural element to it. And I love the close proximity. And then, you know, they're enemies to lovers and things like that. So I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and grab it this time. Just this time. All right, we got 2 more books. We got Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers by Jessie Q. Sutanto. And I have no idea what this book is in regards to. But I want to count the chapters really quick. Didn't do that. Okay, so you get seen by a Vera, which is the one that's giving the advice. And then you have a POV from Julia. And then Vera. And then she's got like a little page right here that's like written on a notebook about her murder case, victim name and all that. Then you have a Ricky, or Ricky, and a Santa. And then an Oliver, and a Ricky. Vera, Julia. So this is another dual POV. And it says, a lonely shopkeeper takes it upon herself to solve a murder in the most peculiar way in this captivating mystery by Jess Q. Satano, best-selling author of Dial A for Aunties. That's why her name sounded familiar. Okay. So it says, Vera Wong is a lonely little old lady, lady of a certain age, who lives above her forgotten tea shop in the middle of San Francisco's Chinatown. Despite living alone, Vera is not needy. Oh no. She likes nothing more than sipping on a good cup of oolong and doing some healthy detective work on the internet about what her Gen Z son is up to. Then one morning, Vera trudges downstairs to find a curious thing, a dead man in the middle of her tea shop. And his outstretched hand is a flash drive. Vera doesn't know what comes over her, but after calling the cops like any good citizen would, she sort of swipes the flash drive from the body and tucks it safely into the pocket of her apron. Why? Because Vera is sure she will do a better job than the police possibly can. Nobody sniffs out a wrongdoing quite like a suspicious Chinese mother with time on her hands. Vera knows the killer will be back, and for the flash drive, all she has to do is watch the increasing number of customers at her shop and figure out which one among them is the killer. What Vera does not expect is to form friendships with her customers and start to care for each and every one of them. As a protective mother hen, will she end up having to give one of her newfound chicks to the police? So, okay, so that's her customers' point of views and conversations with her. So that's kind of interesting. I like that. Yeah, that one's another kind of long chapters, kind of not. This one I know is going to definitely be long chapters. This one is like ridiculously long chapter. The first chapter alone in this is literally hold on, there's like a note to the reader and everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, no, this one was a really long first chapter, and then the other chapters are shorter. They're like 8 to 10 pages long. And this is Dead 11 by Jimmy Giuliano. Now, if you guys know me, I did actually start reading this before, and I never actually picked it back up. However, I saw it again, and I was like, this is fake. Like, it hasn't been back on the shelf since I got it. So, maybe this is, the way. So it says, on a creepy island where everyone has a strange obsession with the year 1994, a newcomer arrives hoping to learn the truth about her son's death. Clifford Island. When Willow Stone finds these words written on the floor of her deceased son's bedroom, she's perplexed. She's never heard of it before, but soon learns it's a tiny island off Wisconsin's Door County Peninsula, 200 miles from Willow's home. Why would her son write this on his floor? Hoping to find answers, Willow sets out for the island. After a few days on Clifford, Willow realizes this place is not normal. Everyone seems to be stuck in 1994. They wear outdated clothing, avoid modern technology, and perhaps most mystifyingly, watch the O.J. Simpson car chase every evening. When she asks questions, people are evasive, but she learns one thing. Close your curtains at night. High schooler Lily Becker has lived on Clifford her entire life, and she is sick of the island's twisted mythology and adhering to the rules. She's been to the mainland, and everyone is normal there, so why is Clifford so weird? Lily vows to prove that the islanders' beliefs are a sham, but are they? Then Willow disappears. Her brother Harper comes to Clifford to look for her, and when he learns the truth that this island is far more sinister than anyone could have imagined, he is determined to blow the whole thing open. if he can get out alive. And this is like the first, like I said, the first chapter is literally like 14 pages, and then it goes to like 5 or 6 pages per chapter after that. So I guess we would put that with like short chapters. Okay, and then I was going to get one more book. However, I'm not going to lie to you guys. This lady was so rude that was working in the young adult section. I was like, hey, I was just curious. Do you guys have the second book of the Girl's Guide to Murder? And she's like, well, we have like 5 minutes and I already turned my computer off. Like, she was literally doing this too. She's like, well, we have like 5 minutes left before we close and I already turned my computer off. So you're just going to have to come back another day. And I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And I was like, I said, you have 5 minutes and you already turned your computer off? Are you kidding me? That is very unprofessional. And she was like, yeah, well, some of us have things to do after work. And I'm like, you know how bad I want to tell this lady I'm a nurse and I don't want to hear about you having to have to do things after work. You know how many times I have to work a double just because somebody doesn't want to come into work or somebody gets sick or, you know, car troubles or anything like that? Do you want to know how many hours I just worked and just got off at 8 o'clock in the morning? Like, but no, I didn't do it. I'm not going to be a Karen, but I'm going to be a Karen on here and complain about it because, I mean, nobody else had their computers off. She could have looked. She could have gotten up and looked on the shelf, not even in the system. I didn't ask her to look in the system. She was literally right across from the bookshelves. She could have gotten up and helped me look for it, but no. But, you know, it's okay. It's the young adult section. I don't know what you expect, especially on a Sunday. It's probably a college student or something, unfortunately. Oh, that's a cute picture of me. My hair was kind of long, but not as long as it is now. Sorry, I play with my hair because I can't believe how long it is. And, like, when you put, like, a really good straightening through it, my hair is super freaking long, you guys. My hair, okay, so I got these hair extensions off Temu that were 22 inches long, and I thought I was going to have to just trim them up. We put them in my hair from root to tip. Perfect fit. Didn't even go over. And then we, like, braided them in and everything, and then they got kind of short, which was kind of weird, but it's because she didn't put it directly into my root like I asked her to, which is fine. It's whatever. But it was really interesting to me that, like, my hair was 22 inches long for sure. So, but yeah, no, okay, so I should not have got more books, but of course I got more books. You know me. I am going to start listening to a book here in a minute. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to know what time it is. I need to get to bed because I have to work tomorrow and it's only like a 9-hour shift or 7-hour shift, but still the fact of it is I have to work tomorrow. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm sorry again, I'm kind of a little bit of a space case like the last video. If you saw me wearing this shirt, that's the same day, same video, same outfit. I kind of am stacking up my videos just to be on the safe side. I was informed that we might be losing our internet. There's a possibility of a big snowstorm coming in that'll knock out internet as well. So I stocked up on DVDs and I have my DVDs and I'm just making sure I have all my areas covered. So if you don't see any videos after my birthday, honestly, on the 11th, then you know it's because I didn't get them uploaded in time or they will be coming every few days afterwards. I do plan out my videos and schedule them for later dates. So you're not seeing this on the day that I'm recording it. I do apologize. I don't know if people don't like that, but it just makes it easier for me, especially with how demanding my work job, my career path is right now. But I hope you guys enjoy this, and I will see you in the next video. And hopefully I'll have more books that I read for you. Bye, guys.